Hey everybody, Jim Whalen here in West Palm Beach where they don't know how to count the votes. Looks like I need a shave. I wanted to talk today about taking physical possession of gold in an IRA. Yes, you can hold gold in an IRA. And I'll just read this blurb from you today. And if you have questions about entrepreneurship, as well as questions about business in general, I'd be delighted to help you, give you my opinion on what I think. If you have questions about hiring people, I'll be happy to answer those. And I'll just read you this disclosure first. It's about prior to reading my document about taking possession of precious metals in your IRA. The owners of this website, this broadcast, may be paid to recommend Goldco or other companies. The content on this website, including any positive reviews of Goldco and others, may or may not be neutral or independent. And then I'll read the risk disclosure. All investments, including precious metals such as gold and silver, involve risk, and you may get less back than what you put in. Always consult a licensed professional financial advisor before investing your money. Consumers should be aware that past performance does not guarantee future returns. The owners of this website may be compensated for recommending certain companies, products, and services, or this broadcast. While we endeavor to make sure all the content is accurate, the information we provide may not be neutral or independent. It does not constitute financial advice. So my website about investing in gold is Insider Secrets of goldinvesting.com. That's Insider Secrets of goldinvesting.com. You can see the link in the description box. And I think investing in gold is a real cool thing. Back when I was a boy, it was like $35 an ounce. I remember that. That was like almost 49 years ago at this point. I'm 59. And I remember how cheap gold was too. Silver was as well. But there's talk of, in one of the financial publications, I don't remember which one it was, either Forbes or a competitor to Forbes, how gold was forecasted to go up to $15,000 an ounce. So it's a good idea to invest in gold and see where it takes you, in my opinion. So I'll just read this blurb about having possession of precious metals in your IRA. And the title is Taking Possessions of Precious Metals in your Gold IRA. To take possessions of precious metals from your self-directed IRA, you'll have to be at least 59 and a half years old. It may come as a surprise to a lot of individuals to learn that they may keep actual gold in their retirement account. That's because a self-directed precious metals IRA is, without a doubt, one of the most exciting available to retirees who are interested in protecting their assets throughout their retirement. If you are thinking about opening a precious metals individual retirement account, you may be curious as to when you may be able to take possession of the actual precious metals. What is a precious metals IRA? A precious metals IRA is a type of individual retirement account that gives you the option to own investment grade precious metals inside of paper assets. As with a conventional IRA, you will have the ability to delay any gains in your investment until you reach the age of retirement, at which point you will be allowed to withdraw the assets from your IRA. For those under the age of 50, the maximum yearly contribution to a self-directed IRA was increased to $6,000 starting in 2022. The maximum amount that could be contributed annually by persons who are 50 years old or older is $7,000. Taking physical possession of gold in an IRA, that's the title of the next paragraph. Precious metals are an excellent method to protect your portfolio from inflation and market downturns, but you may be unsure of how to go about buying genuine physical gold and other precious metals. You may be wondering if, in fact, you can actually take possession of the gold or other precious metals in your IRA. Since a Gold IRA is a retirement account, you won't be able to take the investment metals out of your account prior to retirement age. Instead, the assets will be kept by an IRS-approved custodian. However, at the age of 59 and a half, you are eligible to take possession of your precious metal assets held in your precious metals IRA account. You will not be allowed to take possession of any asset that is self-directed. You will not be allowed to take any possession of any asset that is held in your self-directed IRA until you reach that official retirement age, similar to a conventional IRA. You will, however, be obligated to begin withdrawing the required minimum amount from your IRA once you reach the age of 70.5. For me, that's 12 years. I'm getting old. I still remember those black dial telephones, when we were kids. Kids today don't even know what black dial, the rotary phones are. It's like, give me a break. I did a survey the other day, just walking down the street talking to kids. Do you know what a rotary phone is? No. Only a few. And they all said, oh, my grandma had one of those. Anyway, back to the point at hand. You can keep physical gold in a home safe if you buy it and keep it outside of a gold IRA. However, if gold, silver, and other tangible precious metals are part of a gold IRA, the IRS absolutely bans keeping them in the home safe. These metals must be in physical possession of a trustee according to the IRS rule. The IRS code 408M specifies the sorts of precious metals that can be purchased through a self-directed gold IRA. Precious metal, gold, and other metals are considered collectibles under IRA rules, and the law prohibits the storage of collectibles in individual retirement accounts, IRAs. There is a provision that makes an exception for certain fine investment-grade precious metal bars and coins as long as they are held by either a bank or a non-bank trustee that has been approved by the IRS. These rules are outlined in the ICTA's 2018 report entitled The Prohibition on Home Storage of Bullion Held in an IRA. Physical gold can play a significant part in a retirement portfolio. No kidding. Gas goes from $1.89 to $5-6 a gallon. It's like, where's your wealth going? Donald Trump was right during one of his campaign speeches, I should say, back when he was running for president in 2020. The Democrats are going to make America like Venezuela, where prices are out of control. He actually spoke about that. And he was talking about, among other things, people going after your gun rights and that type of thing. And during the campaign speech, he was talking about gas going up to $7-8 a gallon. and he was 100% right. In some parts of America, gas is now $7-8 a gallon, particularly in the communist states like Massachusetts are all flaming liberals up there. In California, communist state, I don't know how people put up with that stuff. People have been brainwashed to believe that garbage, believe it or not. You know, this wokeism, BS. And so physical gold can play a significant part in a retirement portfolio that is well diversified. Nevertheless, there are some limitations linked with gold IRAs that must be followed if you wish to take full advantage of the benefits that such a setup can offer. Gold that qualifies for an IRA can't be put into a traditional retirement account. Typically, you will need to put it into a self-directed retirement account, which is one of the only individual retirement accounts that does not restrict you to solely traditional paper assets. Who wants to hold paper? Grant Cardone came up with the saying, cash is trash. And he's 100% right. Because what good is holding your money in a bank or holding it in your wallet? They don't give you nothing for it. It doesn't go up in value. You know, the bank will give you like a real small, dingy percent. Gold, typically, in my opinion, holds its value. It may go up and down, may go down a bit, but typically over the last many years, it's gone up. Like I was telling you earlier in the broadcast, it was at $35 an ounce like 50 years ago, 49 years ago, I said. But let's see, where are we? All of the highly recommended gold IRA companies listed on my website, Insider Secrets of goldinvesting.com. All of the highly recommended gold IRA companies provide clear instructions for setting up a gold individual retirement account so that you can make the most of everything that a gold-backed IRA has to offer. They'll help you get the most out of your retirement plan, steer clear of tax penalties as much as possible, and maintain control of your precious metals right up until the day you decide to retire. And then congratulations if you are part of the one-third of Americans workers who are actively contributing to a retirement account through their place of employment. You are already ahead of many other people in the United States. Almost two-thirds of Americans do not make any contributions to a 401k or any other retirement plan that is made available to them through their workplace. You can advance even further while at the same time possibly reducing an even greater amount of risk. In addition to making payments into a 401k plan offered by your employer, you have the option of making payments into a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, or a self-directed IRA. You can make contributions to any and all of your retirement accounts as long as you don't go over the maximum contribution limits, which may vary depending on your age and amount of income during the course of the tax year. To establish whether you are eligible, you should speak to your tax expert. With the instability in today's global marketplace, it has never been more necessary to diversify your investment portfolio by including the stability of precious metals. Learn about having peace of mind with a gold IRA by clicking here. And that means go to Insider Secrets of goldinvesting.com when I mean click here. And I'll just I'll just read you today what's going on in the some headlines from our general news feed here. And what's making gold go up, soar up is what's going on over in the Ukraine right now, Putin's war. And I'll just find some headlines here where we can talk about that. And latest news headlines is Turkey's dope Turkey president is blocking NATO membership for Finland and Sweden. Who knows where that's going to go? And analysts what Turkey DoD official touts Sweden and Finland joining NATO. Moscow threatens NATO member Lithuania over transit ban on goods to Russia. Yeah, what's crazy is Kaliningrad, which is a Russian Baltic enclave, which is surrounded by NATO countries. The Lithuania has banned goods going into Kaliningrad, which will probably be resulting in some sort of confrontation of some sort, which is pretty bad. They shouldn't have been doing that. Well, they shouldn't have invaded Ukraine in the first place, in my opinion. But now there's going to be like a direct confrontation with a NATO member in Lithuania because they're having transit bans on goods to Russia's territory, which by rail, which goes through Lithuania. I'll just read you this thing here. Lithuania's decision to ban the transit of certain goods between Russia and its isolated exclave of Kaliningrad has provoked wrath among top officials in Moscow and even a threat of retaliation against the European nation. Kaliningrad shares land borders with two NATO nations, Lithuania and Poland, but not Russia. Captured from Nazi Germany by the Soviet Red Army in 1945 and later ceded to the Soviet Union, the Russian territory is home to about 500,000 people. While it is surrounded by two sides by NATO nations, it is a strategically vital patch of ground for Moscow as it provides Russia's only Baltic Sea coastline. It is home to the Russian military's Baltic Fleet and a number of advanced nuclear-capable Iskander missile installations. But the isolated patch of ground relies on its rail connection to the rest of Russia for the majority of its civilian imports. The rail line runs through Lithuania and neighboring Belarus, which is a Russian ally. On June 18th, European Union member Lithuania prohibited the transit of all goods subject to EU sanctions imposed on Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. That includes coals, metals, electronics, and construction materials. Nikolai, I can't pronounce the last name, the Patrushev, the secretary of Russia's Security Council, one of the most powerful figures in Putin's inner circle, called Lithuania's actions hostile and in violation of international law during a visit to Kaliningrad on Tuesday. I guess they didn't realize that the invasion of Ukraine is against the law too. Russia will certainly respond to such hostile actions. Patrushev was quoted as saying by Russian state media, the consequences will have a serious negative impact on the population of Lithuania. I've been to Lithuania. I've been to Tallinn. It's a beautiful country. I don't know why they would do that shit. It just provokes more people that don't need provoking. So I'll read you today some crypto news. Insider. We'll do some more gold news here. Current gold news. This is all on our website, by the way, insidersecretsofgoldinvesting.com/current news for gold bullion companies. Let's see, what do we got here? Anybody have any questions about hiring people or anything like that? The Looney's profile is softer as Fed races to the Looney is the Canadian dollar. Looney's profile is softer as Fed races to higher terminal rate, the CIBC. A likely 75 basis point hike by the Bank of Canada in July and the potential for another move of that magnitude in September if we don't see enough of an inflation deceleration by then should be aggressive enough to allow US Canadian dollar to remain around current levels over the next 3 months. So I also wanted to say to you that I think the current situation with Joe Biden, he should resign as president because the guy's a total idiot. The only thing Kamala Harris is good for is changing Joe Biden's diapers and then spanking him from being bad and putting the nipple back in his mouth. It's like ridiculous. And he just falls off his bicycle. I don't think any president of the United States while in office should be riding any bicycle, particularly when they're 80. I'm a cyclist too, hence my channel, The Armed Cyclist. But if I was president, you wouldn't see me riding any bicycle. So if you have any questions about hiring people for your business, if you're an entrepreneur, or any questions in general about investing in gold or anything like that, I can have us direct you to get to a place to get those questions answered. If you go to about Gold Insider Secrets of Goldinvesting.com, we can have a specialist contact you back about how to invest in gold. And if you have questions about hiring people for your business, I'd be happy to respond to that myself. And I guess that's it. Oh, and the Supreme Court decision today about firearm rights. Go read it. It's a good day for people with self-defense tools. So I'll talk to you later. Jim Whalen. Remember to check out Insider Secrets of Goldinvesting.com.